Fort Wayne Community Schools is the largest school district in Indiana, and they are committed to transforming education to ensure students are ready for life after graduation. They are now accepting applications for the District School Choice Lottery. And here to tell us all about it is Kyra Nolan-Thompson, who serves as their Student Services Manager for Fort Wayne Community Schools. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. Okay, so this is interesting, a lottery program. And I know that not all districts offer this in schools. So I am so curious to learn, what is the lottery all about?
So the lottery is an opportunity for families that reside within FWCS boundaries and outside of FWCS boundaries to participate in our school programs that we have to offer. We have 52 schools total, including 7 magnet schools. And so we place students contingent upon their household address. So anytime they desire to attend a school outside of their assigned attendance area school, they would go through the lottery.
Okay, so I get it. So typically people will just normally get assigned a school based on their address. But this gives an opportunity for people to really choose and say, no, actually, I would rather my child go there. Why would a parent make that decision to kind of choose a different school to go to?
So all of our schools are great schools. However, some schools have different specialty programs. This year, we're actually going to be implementing our Schools of Success for the incoming freshman class. So all of our high schools will offer the same programs and then real life experiences. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah, that is exciting. And then you mentioned 7 magnet schools. So it kind of can focus on a different art or a different skill set. So can you tell me a little bit more about the magnet opportunities?
So we have the STEM, STEAM, and also our Montessori programs. As early as our preschool programs, we have the Whitney Young Early Childhood Center and also our Bunch Montessori, which then triculates over to our middle schools, including Memorial Park and then Tolles. And then, like I say, all of our high schools have the same offerings.
Okay, that's cool. So right now the lottery is taking place. And what is the process like? If a parent is wanting to change their child's school, how should they do it?
So they would visit our website, which is fortwayneschools.org. Our application process is super simple. Our technology department has done a phenomenal job of simplifying the process. So it takes all of maybe 3 minutes to do it, and they would just enter their information. And for some, it might even be pre-populated.
Okay, and so at that time they choose the school that they want. And then what happens next? Like, how does the lottery actually work?
So after they choose a school, all applications that are submitted within the on-time application window will be included in the lottery. So some schools will have a lottery, meaning that we have received more applications than we have space for those particular schools, so that's why we call it a lottery. And it's all applications that are received between December 4th through March 4th. And so sometimes parents get that confused. So all of the applications that are received within that on-time window will be included within our lottery. And then it's actually a lottery, so it's computer generated. The computer actually selects 3 different lists, and then we usually have participants that are in the audience during the day of lottery select which draw list we're going to use. So we have draw lists 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, and you mentioned before that there's an opportunity for people who are in district and out of district to be able to come to the Fort Wayne Community School District. And so I guess that's the important part about the on-time emphasis, because you got to get your applications in order to qualify. Is that right?
That's correct. And we are so excited about growing the district. So we want families to know that we accept students that reside inside and outside of FWCS boundaries. Just because we have a lot to offer that other outlying school districts do not. We have a very rigorous virtual academy, and then we also have some phenomenal athletic programs as well.
Yes, there is so much to offer. I mean, and you said 52 schools. That is a lot of different options. And just through your experience working at the school district, what do you feel is the biggest impact of this program? Like, how does being able to choose where you go to school really impact the child's life?
I think as a parent, you know, being in control of your child's future, and like I say, it starts as early as in the pre-K. So as a parent, you know, getting your student off to the right start, you know, setting them up for success at an early age, I think is very important. Or if they're at one of our neighborhood schools and their child really likes a different program, whether it be Montessori they can have that opportunity to choose. You know, they're not stuck. But like I say, all of our neighborhood schools are good schools too.
Yes, and that you actually make a good point, because I was wondering, what is the frequency that someone can change? So if they chose a lottery, they got into a certain school, but then the next school year they wanted to try a different school, is that allowed?
Yes, great question. Actually, once they do an application and they've gotten into the school, if they want to stay, they don't even have to do another lottery application. But at any time they want to do something different, we let them do that. We're all for that and be very supportive.
Okay, and so once you're in, but you can change. That's so cool. I mean, I feel like this is a very unique program that offers so many different things for the parents. And I'm sure that there are so many questions that parents have all the time. And I know that you have your online frequently asked questions section, but I will ask you, what is one of the most popular questions that you have to answer that may confuse parents as they are learning about this program?
I'd say two things. One that's very confusing is that if you have to do a lottery application again every year, that question is that you, or the answer to that question is that you do not have to. And another thing is this transportation is included. So if you decide to pick a school outside of your attendance area, parents are responsible for transportation unless they live within our boundaries and are outside of the 2-mile radius. If they are selected to one of our magnet schools, then they would be transportation eligible.
Okay, yes. And what about if there are multiple children in one household? Can they go to different schools if they want to, or does the entire household have to go to one that they choose?
Each student can go to a different school, but I'm also glad that you asked that question, because it's important for families to know that we do our best to keep families together. So if they have one student that is into a school and they have a younger sibling that would be attending in the future, we do give a sibling preference because it's very important for us to try to keep families together. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it may not, but very seldom does it not work out.
Awesome. Okay, so the deadline is approaching. This is really cool. Like, I'm so happy to learn about it. So thank you so much, Kyra, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And if you would like more information about the lottery program with Fort Wayne Community Schools, we'll have their website listed below to check it out. And remember, the deadline is March 4th. We'll be right back.